Well, sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Inside, Aiden, no good. Golden State with the ball. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Here's George, following the score by Golden State. Anunoby on the wing. Pass to Clingan. Murray from outside. They get it back. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Yeah, a statement play by the rookie Clingan, using his size to rattle the rim.
And he comes up with a bucket.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Warriors. Pass to Watson. For three, Clingan. And Aiden pulls it down. George with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. It's George with the drive. Here's Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
George has the open look. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Such a pure score. If George finds his shot, it's almost as good as in.
Murray's shot is good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Now here's Aiden. A dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Ball no good. Here's Leonard. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Pass to Clingan. Out to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Aiden with a screen. From deep. And Chet Holmgren gets the 3.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Screen by Leonard. Here's Murray. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. I talked with him about how he'll approach dealing with Kawhi Leonard on the floor, and Coach told me there's no one way to go about slowing Kawhi. He does too many things. He continued, we'll vary our looks on him and try not to let him get in any offensive rhythm. Good idea, as we all know how deadly Kawhi is once he gets going. Brian?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Pass to Klingon. Leonard outside. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
First, Klingon screens the defender out of the play and then capitalizes.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Watson. And he goes in.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
When we talk about wings in the NBA, George is as good as anyone passing the rock.
They kick it out to Murray. Nails it from three. Murray's got 7 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Right side, Watson. Pass to Leonard. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Watson missing. It's tipped. For three. Drills it from deep. Watson's got his second basket. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Now here's Leonard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Klingon. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And the dunk by Jackson.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Watson. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Holmgren. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Warriors ahead. They lead by 2.
The Warriors, 18.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
The kick out to Simmons. Back to Cornet. Stolen by Ayton. To the paint. Kicks it to George. From the elbow. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Just a strong sequence there from DeAndre Ayton.
On the attack, Simmons. Cornette with the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 2. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Down low. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
I wouldn't want to be that rim. Goodness, Ayton knows how to attack something with force.
Here's Simmons. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Pass to Cornette. And Ayton pulls it down. The shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping. George has got 6 points.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Simmons up top. No points so far.
Exceptional defense from Ayton. I love seeing him challenge shots like this.
Tries yet again. And he lays it in.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Ayton from 13. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Pass to Cornette. Kuzma with the ball. Back to Cornette. Right side Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Love to see this commitment from Simmons, taking it to the defense on the inside.
And the first one at the line is good. Yeah, Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times. I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on G.G. Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Pass to Cornette. The shake.
Over his career, DeAndre Ayton has done a great job improving his defense, learning how to use that length.
And George launches it from deep. Rebounded by Kuzma. And so it's Golden State with it. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Warriors lead by 2.
The passion Kuzma plays with inside rubs off and makes his whole team better.
Pass to Ayton. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Simmons, no good. To the wing, right side. The three from Ball. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Love whenever Ball is assertive like this. This is how dangerous he can be on offense.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Substitution on the court.
The Warriors trailing. .127 left to play in the first half. There's a minute 26 left in the first half. Pass to Walker. Back to George. Walker sets a screen. George's shot is off.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Here's Klingon. Out to Leonard. They set the screen. Right wing. Here's Klingon. Nance pulls down the board. Out to the right wing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And he lobs it up. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 1. That's tipped. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Pass to Holmgren. Kicks it to George. He drops it from range. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Leading by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Warriors trail by 7. Pass to Anunoby. They kick it out to Murray. Screen by Watson. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
You know, I just love the moxie Murray has to his game. He's so fast and supremely confident.
And Murray drops them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The ball's knocked loose. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the home team now, leading by 5. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time.
Kawhi Leonard.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's George. Beyond the arc. Fires in the triple. George has got 15 points.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
To the middle. Here's Klingon. Poke loose. And they're pushing it up. Here's George. Here's Ayton. Crafty move. And Ayton with the stuff.
Outrunning the opposition. Ayton's got those long strides.
Murray lays it up and in. 11 points in the game. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
George with it. He's got 15. George with another miss.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Jackson on the wing. The three. Connects from downtown. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Clock at 4. To the inside. And they're running. Here's George. Nice shot from the wing. George has got 17.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
Pass to Klingon. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
I just love the ball movement.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You're not going to find many better two-way players than George. He gets after it at both ends every night.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
There's Jackson with the three. Knocks down the triple. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
George with the bucket.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Golden State Warriors. Pass to Watson. They need this. Yes, on the jumper. 7 points in the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Remaining in the third.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Anunoby. Inside. Leonard looking around. And here's Watson. Fires from deep. Leonard can't get it to go.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
For three, George. That doesn't go either for George. Oh, nice shot by Klingon.
And that was a good read from Leonard, noticing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
Here's Jackson. Okay, look out! Wow! And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Klingon. Leonard outside. Lets it go from deep. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Count it. George has got 24 points.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Here's Murray. And they get it back. Over to the wing. Here's Watson. Counted from distance. Watson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, Klingon is a smart player with underrated passing skills, not just a big body out there.
And an Obi for 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game.
The Warriors, 39.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's George. Here's Simmons. Pass to Leonard. Oh, going to take more than that to stop Kawhi.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
And here's Ball. Jackson, the screen. From outside the arc. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Jumps up. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
I love how aggressive Kuzma is in transition. Terrific at finding ways to execute.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Turnovers happen. It's part of the game. But kudos to him. That's his first of the night.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Down low. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Pass to Holmgren. It's stolen by Kuzma. Here's Simmons. Back to Cornet. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Holmgren. It's George with the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. George has got 14 points here in the second half.
Gotta like the momentum on George's drive. Cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
Now here's Kuzma. And the 3 off target. And the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Ball. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by George.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to George. Ball outside. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Holmgren with the block. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
Warriors ball.
And Simmons, here we go. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Kuzma's gotten 4 this quarter.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
Personal foul.
Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID. Much greater.
Warriors trail by 12. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
This is what you like to see from Simmons on the attack, being the aggressor.
George outside.
Warriors foul call. Kawhi Leonard. Fourth personal foul. Fourth team foul.
The first one falls.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
Pass to Leonard. This one for three. And Ayton pulls it down. Here's George. Soft touch off the glass. George has got 30 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And the Warriors making a switch here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. And it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers. Players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys.
And Allie, thanks. And there's the drive. And the jam by George.
George's athleticism has always been a strength. Not many guys can pull off that dunk.
Here's Murray. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. George with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Screen by Holmgren. Here's George.
Oh, yes!
Whoa. Throw it down!
Oh! They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
They kick it out to Murray. Out to the wing. 5 on the clock. To the paint. To stop the run. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, be careful. Clinging kid bring down the house.
Ball taking his time here. For three, George. The Warriors pull it in.
Oh, man, for whatever reasons, he can't get it going from three, and he's pretty good from there.
Anunoby with it. Jackson in his pocket. A deep three. Up again. It's good on the putback. Klingen's gotten 4 this quarter.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Back to Ayton. Pass to George. Ball with it. Anunoby covering. 3. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Here's Golden State. Knocked away. Here's the break. Jackson outside. Jackson drawing the double team.
OG Anunoby. Fourth personal foul. Fifth team foul.
That one's off.
For your home team, Gigi Jackson. Taking 2 shots.
He does not get the second one. And here are the Warriors now. They trail by 14. Outside Watson. To the inside. Here's Klingen. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. This one was a fun one to watch.